Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to this reading. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is for August 2021. And I think today is the 15th, or maybe it's the 16th. I don't know. Anyway, this is for the next, 8 to 10 days. Of course, I'll be back to do another reading for you. If this one doesn't resonate, watch for the next one. You may want to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising just to get a better picture, a more clear picture, or to check to see which reading might resonate for you more. But I wanted to pull an animal spirit oracle card for you, and you got card number 50, Rhino Spirit. Overcome any obstacles. Very cool. Let's see. Overcome any obstacle. Very nice. Also, I want to pull a light, what is this? Keepers of the Light card. I realize I have so many oracle cards that I don't use enough. And usually I end up using the same one every week, and then I, only pull one or two, and I'm trying to use more of my decks, because I have a lot of really cool ones. So what have we got going on here? We have Melchizedek. I don't know if I've ever heard of him. Higher learning. It says, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Very cool. This is a Kyle Gray deck, which I love. So, I meant to leave that out. Oh, and at the bottom you've got Odin, Psychic Insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Very cool. Okay. So, let's pull some tarot. I'm going to use the Muse deck, which is another deck that I love. And it's beautiful. I'll show you the artwork as we go through the reading. But yeah, I love this deck. Except for sometimes it doesn't cooperate. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What do we have for Sagittarius today? Middle of August 2021. Sagittarius. We have, ooh, nice. The Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords. And the Queen of Voices, which is Queen of Swords. Very cool. I feel like there's lots of clarity coming in for you. And not only that, but you're speaking your truth. You're, you're holding the line. You're being really frank with people. Let's see. Knight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in the crowning. So there must be something that you might be a little caught up in thinking about the past, or you have some regrets from regrets about something in the past, or you're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you feel like you missed out on something. The outcome is Five of Wands. Isn't that a cool card? Let's see what the overall energy for the reading is. The Devil. Ooh, look at that Devil card. So, behind that is the High Priestess. And then the Three of Swords. Something happened in the past that was painful. Look at that Three of Swords. Something was painful, and I feel like you are still, you haven't quite gotten over it yet. You're still a little bit caught up in maybe some toxic thought patterns regarding whatever this was that happened. It's sort of like, I feel like you missed out on something. And maybe this is a pattern in your life where there's a lot of times in the past where you felt like you got left out, or you missed out on something, or maybe maybe every relationship that you've had, this is the story that you're telling yourself, every relationship that you've had, you always felt kind of left out, like you didn't get everything that you deserve, or you're just feeling that sense of lack. And I think that's kind of like a toxic pattern that maybe you're coming to terms with now, and you're holding your boundaries now, and you're able to speak your truth now to people to get what you want. I mean, I don't mean that in a manipulative way, but to get what you deserve is really what it is. And you want to move forward into some kind of more loving situation, or maybe it's a more loving way of being. I feel like maybe you're trying to open up your heart in your life, and you got a lot of ideas on how to do that. Let's clarify this Ace and Queen of Swords. Yeah. You got the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups, which we saw a minute ago. Bottom of this deck is the Eight of Cups, by the way. So I feel like there's something you're walking away from something, and I feel like it's a mindset. You're moving away from that. A mindset that was keeping you in your own prison of possibly like a negative thinking pattern, or a little bit of toxic situations that you had in the past. Maybe you feel like no matter what you do, you always end up in some kind of toxic situation, and you're kind of tired of it. And I feel like there's some kind of new opportunity that you're scared to take, or you're so far you haven't taken because you feel like it's going to just be the same thing that you've always had, and you're afraid. You kind of done with that. Let's see. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups and the subconscious. Deep down, you really want love, I feel like, but you're afraid that it's just going to be more of what you've had before. Okay, but you got the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and you got Justice. So you want the love that you deserve. And I feel like you're just realizing that you've had too many situations where you didn't feel like you were getting the love that you deserve. And I feel like it's because you weren't speaking up for what your needs were. You didn't have strong boundaries. But I feel like you're changing that now. You're realizing maybe that was the missing link in your life. Let's clarify this Three of Pentacles in the recent past. The Moon, the Star, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you were realizing that you were blocking your own abundance just because of not wanting to rock the boat with people, and not being real clear, not having strong boundaries. But you're putting an end to that. And the cool thing about it is this is kind of like a shadow work reading. It's kind of like as soon as you become aware of a pattern in your life, then you're halfway to healing it, because that's what our job is to shine light. And by the way, with the Moon card, I feel like that's exactly what that's saying. And the Star, you've shined light on this old pattern and realized that you needed to end it. That you were blocking your own abundance and love. So yeah, let's clarify this Five of Pentacles in the crowning position. The High Priestess, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, you've been spending too much time feeling in that mindset of lack, feeling like you missed out, like you've been left out, and you're realizing that was blocking you from moving forward. And now you're making a conscious choice to listen to your intuition, instead of being caught up in too many thoughts that were keeping you imprisoned. And that's helping you with these boundaries that and it's made you get a lot of clarity on the situation. And maybe you didn't even realize how far you've come until you're, until now, or maybe that's coming for you. It could be something that you just recently started to figure out, or it's something that you're working on now. This Five of Wands and the outcome, yep, the Fool, the Empress, oh, and the Four of Wands. Nice. So, yeah, I feel like this opportunity that you previously were turning down, maybe you should consider, accepting it, because it's leading to abundance and a good, stable, this could be a relationship, but this just could be your life is just going to be more stable and more happy. And taking a leap of faith. I feel like this could be somebody that, excuse me, doesn't have to be a person either. This opportunity that's hanging out there for you, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be, for some of you, I feel like it might be a new love interest or something. But for some of you, it's just a new way of life. It's just like this new way of life that's calling to you, and you're starting to really contemplate moving in that direction. And as you do, you take that leap of faith on this new idea, it's going to bring you a lot more abundance and possibly everything you ever wanted. If that's a relationship or some kind of a marriage or a family, then that's part of it. But this could also be like a, better living situation, better jobs, better relationships with friends and family. It's just a whole new, a level up of consciousness is more what I'm getting there. But for some of you, definitely could be a person. So we have the Temperance, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Yes, cool. So you're moving into this really emotionally stable place. You're still working on your healing, but I feel like you've made a whole lot of progress. Now you're at the fork, or you're at the crossroads, or what do you call that? The fork in the road, where you're going on a new path, and it's going to be much better, and it's going to be just a higher level of consciousness with more abundance, more love. But it all starts with you holding your boundary, with this clarity of realizing that you need to speak your truth. And if you're not getting what you need from a situation, you know now that you got to speak up, and that takes you to the next level. So that is an awesome reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.